I'm Chadwick from Carbon Clear. I want to spend the next couple of minutes just talking to you about something that's really quite important. But before I do that, a quick introduction to Carbon Clear. So we're based in London. We help a lot of the world's largest companies to try to deal with the low carbon transition. We've recently opened an office in Barcelona, and we're beginning to get to know the Spanish market and the Spanish companies much better, and this is great. So we're really looking forward to engaging with you guys more in the future. What I want to talk about is a shift in momentum towards renewable energy that we are seeing here in the UK and also in Spain. And we think there are a number of factors driving this change. First of which, I think, is RE100, which is a new initiative set up by a not-for-profit organisation that tries to get the world's largest companies to commit to 100% renewable energy across their business. The second thing that's quite interesting that we're noticing is a real shift in the cost of renewable energy, which is allowing organisations to start to implement it and really have it be cost efficient relative to fossil fuel energy. The final thing that we're seeing this year, which is making a big impact, is a new change to the accounting guidance for greenhouse gases. Now, if you source renewable energy that meets some fairly stringent good quality criteria, you are allowed to report your emissions effectively as zero from energy. What this means is, for the first time, organisations can really use renewable energy to hit their carbon reduction targets in a way that completely meets the standard and that the international community agree is the right way to go about it. The second thing I want to just mention about the drive to renewables is something that's happening at the national level. So last year in Paris, there was a landmark agreement that committed virtually all the countries in the world to get on with driving the low carbon transition. They have to commit to setting targets for their greenhouse gas emissions, and again this applies to virtually every country in the world. They also have to talk about how they're going to drive down emissions and how they're going to adapt to make their economy more resilient in the face of a changing climate. So let's think about this mitigation action, so these actions to drive down emissions. This is really important. If you look through these commitments from governments, what you will see is lots of commitment towards renewable energy. Companies are going to have to respond to this because the legal framework will change to make sure that we have low carbon energy. So all of these factors are driving us to a renewable future and a low carbon grid, and I think that's very exciting, and we certainly are excited to see this progress because we have an urgent challenge that we need to tackle. Finally, I want to give you a word of encouragement. I know you must have very tired legs. I know you worked very hard today. You're going to be back in the saddle tomorrow maybe, but you can do it. You're working together as a team, and I'm sure you'll be in Marrakesh in no time at all. Thanks.